here, my name is Alyssa. Today I have got one of my multiple ways videos, the videos where I show you how to make a simple thing and make it a few different ways. And today we are focusing on chia jam. And I'm going to show you how to make chia jam in 4 different flavors, and we're going to talk all things chia jam. So I'm really looking forward to sharing this video with you. As always, I do have a blog post that goes along with this video that kind of talks a little bit more in depth about chia seed jam in general. And what's great about chia jam, I kind of will give you a little bit of intro into it if you don't know what it is, but what's great about it is that it is the same consistency and texture of regular store-bought jarred jam, but it doesn't have any added sugar or cane sugar, and it also has the health benefits that chia seeds have. So it has a little bit of protein, some healthy fats, and it tastes really good. It does have that kind of like thick, nice spreadable texture that you expect from a jam, and you get tons of the fresh fruit flavor. The other great thing about chia jam is that you can make it with fresh or frozen fruit. So if you can't get access to fresh berries in the winter time, for example, which is kind of where we're going right now that I'm filming this, you can use frozen fruit, and that's what I'm doing in today's video. So you can just use a bag of frozen fruit, whether it's berries or peaches or any other type of fruit that you want to make a jam out of. I'm going to show you how to make 3 classic versions. So we're going to use 3 different berries. We're going to make a raspberry, a strawberry, and a blueberry jam, and then we are also going to make a peach jam. And you can also do chia jam with multiple types of chia seeds. So if you have a chia jam that is darker in color, for example, blueberries or strawberries or raspberries, I would recommend the black chia seeds. Those are fine. But if you do have something that's on the lighter color side, like peaches, you'll see that I'm using white chia seeds, which are going to not add like a black speckly color to the jam and kind of really highlight the color of the peaches. So if you have any questions as we go along the way, please ask those down in the comments and I will be sure to get back to you. And you might also want to check out the blog post because there probably are answers to your questions there as well. Before we dive into this video, I would love to encourage you to subscribe. If you are not yet part of our community here on YouTube, it's really easy to join. You can just tap the red button that is right below this video that says subscribe. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get into today's video and learn all about how to make chia jam. So the first jam we're making is raspberry, and you're gonna add your frozen raspberries or fresh into a small saucepan. And I like to sweeten this one with honey. Raspberries can sometimes be a tiny bit tart, so I add a touch of sweetener, honey or maple syrup. And you're just gonna turn this on medium, and you're basically just gonna cook the raspberries until they start to soften and release some of their juices. I also use my spoon to kind of mash them down a little bit so that I can break the fruit down, and it just makes it a little bit more smooth. Once you have that consistency and your berries are mostly mashed down and macerated, you can add in your chia seeds. This one you can do either black or white chia seeds. I meant to do black, but I did white. Doesn't really matter. Stir it into the mixture, let it cook for like 5 to 10 seconds, and then just remove it from the heat. And basically your last step is to let it cool. So I actually just do this directly into the jar. Might not be the safest thing to do since it's hot, but if you have a heat-proof jar or bowl, you can just pour the hot jam directly into the jar. And you'll see throughout this video that I am not the smoothest / cleanest pourer, but fill your jar up with your jam and then just let it cool. And as the jam cools, it will thicken and the chia seeds will expand, absorb some of the liquid. And in about 10 or 15 minutes, you'll have beautifully thick-ish, nicely smooth-ish raspberry jam. Next is our peach jam, and we are following a similar process. We are going to add our peaches into our bowl, and peaches are a little bit trickier because they don't mash down quite as well, so I either recommend that you use a fork to kind of mash them, or you can blend them up quickly and then pour them into your pot. Either way, just up to you. But once they are kind of mashed down, you are going to add in your other ingredients. So you could just leave these plain and add in the chia seeds, but I like to do a little bit of spice and flavor with my peach jam. So for this recipe, I did a little bit of honey, and maple syrup obviously would also work. And I did a splash of cinnamon or a dash of cinnamon, and then my white chia seeds. Remember, I said that you want to use white chia seeds with peach because they kind of blend in a little bit better and let the peach color pop a little bit more. But just like the raspberry, stir them all together, and then we are going to transfer that into our jar. And again, try to get your chia jam into the jar as much as possible. And then you are ready to just serve it. Just again, let it cool and it will thicken up and get nice and sticky and jammy. and otherwise you are good to go. Next, we're making our blueberry jam, and again, we're gonna add our blueberries into our saucepan. And since these ones were frozen, I just kind of like broke them up with my fork. And just like the raspberries, you're gonna cook them on medium until they start to release some of their juices and liquids. You can mash them down with your fork if you want to. And for the flavoring today, I decided to do lemon. I just love the flavor of lemon and blueberry together. They pair so perfectly together. This one I don't think needs a sweetener, but if you wanted to do one, you could do the honey or maple syrup option. And again, add in your chia seeds once you've stirred everything together. And you'll just let this cook again for like 5 to 10 seconds, and you can remove it from the heat. And just like the other two, transfer it into your jar. Again, try to get it into the jar as much as possible and let it cool. And once it cools, it will be nice and thick and jammy and ready for you to enjoy. Last one is our strawberry jam, and just like the other three, we are going to add our whole strawberries into our pot, heated on medium. And this I recommend using a fork to kind of mash them down once they've thawed. So mash them down like you would a banana, and that will obviously help break them down, but it will also help make the jam a little bit smoother. I do like to leave some chunks in there because I like when strawberry jam is kind of chunky, but you can mash to whatever consistency you want. And from there, we are going to add a little bit of vanilla. Strawberry and vanilla is such a great combo, and I would actually recommend using vanilla bean paste or vanilla bean powder if you have it instead of extract, but either way it's fine. It's a great flavor add. I didn't add sweetener, but you could. And then we're using chia seeds again. Stir it together. Once you've combined everything, just let it cook for again 5 to 10 seconds. Remove it from the heat and transfer it into your jar. And again, let it cool and you're good to go. So chia jam, you can use a million different ways. Anytime you're using jam, you can use chia jam. I've used it in a bunch of recipes before. I love it on toast. I love it on pancakes. I love it on muffins. I've swirled it into brownies. I've swirled it into muffins. I've made peanut butter and jelly bars out of it. So really, any which way you would use jam, you can replace with a healthier alternative of chia jam. And there you have it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed today's video and are excited to try chia jam at home. As you can see, it is so easy. And what I wanted to do with this video is kind of give you not only the variations with different fruits, but also give you some flavoring ideas. So you saw that we added some flavoring extracts as well as spices. So there's tons that you can do with chia seed jam, and I hope that this sets you up for success making it at home. If you do have any questions, you can go back to this video and drop them down in the comments. And I would also love to know what you end up making, what fruit you choose, so let me know down in the comments as well. I also want to mention that there is a blog post, as always, that goes along with this video. So if you are the person that likes written instructions and everything like that, you can find that in the description box. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be here and to spend time with me here on the channel. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And if there is any other multiple ways ideas that you have that you would like to see, drop those down below, because I'm always looking for new ideas like this. I have a few in the works, but let me know what you think down below. I would also love to encourage you to subscribe if you are not yet part of our community here on YouTube. It's really easy to do. All you have to do is tap the red button that is right below this video that says subscribe. Otherwise, have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.